Go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he converts on the free throw. 6.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense. Guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
And a whistle.
He took a chance to the free throw line.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Oh, he missed. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you come into my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
To Covington. Westbrook to Harden. And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
LeBron James. Couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Straight on 3 at the buzzer. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rockets are basically starting 0-0 to start the second half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets. The Lakers are basically starting 0-0 to start the second half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers.
Game track. Rebounds.
The second efforts from these squads have been phenomenal, with plenty of offensive rebounds between them. It makes you wonder, though, where's the second effort on the defensive half of the court? That's the side that can use some improvement for both of these teams.
Player of the half.
LeBron James really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Rockets are live. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Here's Harden with the rock. They get it down to Tucker. LeBron James sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
And they call it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Big finish at the rim. Okay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play celebrated, this is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging. Now, learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball.
James Harden fires for 2. Step back jumper.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rondo with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. To Davis. Won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Lead stands at 7. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Up and slams it down.
You never want to leave talking about nice finish. It's all business.
Houston with the basketball. Austin Rivers. From long range. Danny Green can't get down to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, he had it. To Caldwell Pope. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Rivers with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. A big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys down 11. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
To Davis. Deontay Davis with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Short jumper off the mark. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Rivers. Covington. Goes to the left side. To Rivers. Fires the three. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Davis to Danny Green. To Covington. Free throws coming up.
Offensively, at times, you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start the now. Let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
They'll let one fly from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Smith curling inside. Kyle Kuzma. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Anthony Davis! Huge block!
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
The drive, right to the basket. Oh, denied!
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Short jumper won't fall. Looking for his man. The pass set it all up.
Ooh, shows like
Stopping AD here.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Westbrook into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Davis. Kuzma. To J.R. Smith. Beyond the arc for three. Cleans it up. Offensive board. No, I missed a short one there. Green against Markieff Morris. To Harden. Down low for Davis. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on end fills the confidence meter.
Dane Page here in the fourth quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. No good. LeBron into the front court. It's an 11-point game. It's a big finish.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Harden has it up the floor. Nice finish at the rim. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here's Rondo with it. The lead stands at 9. To Kyle Kuzma. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Rockets have the ball. Harden. And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Rondo into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Danny Green. From long range, he missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Harden in possession. His guys currently down by 13. The jumper's off the mark.
Wait, I'm sorry. You get paid how much money to miss shots like that? That can't happen.
Knocked loose. Sets him up. Harden into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Rises for the slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
James. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Well, you can't do that.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Covington to Westbrook. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. James into the front court. The lead is 11. And the basket good at the rim.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal. You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably...
The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Russell Westbrook with the rock to P.J. Tucker. Markieff Morris snatching it out of the air. Shot from the lane won't go. To Danny Green. Fires the three. Can't connect. And the rebound by Tucker. Westbrook into the front court. Down by 15. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Rondo with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. To P.J. Tucker. Layup goes down. Well done.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Westbrook. Tucker. Westbrook. No good. LeBron with it up top. His team on top by 13. Takes it coast to coast and the strong finish at the rim.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Harden to Westbrook. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
It's James controlling the offense. To Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was all over him. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
First free throw is good.
That's a midi. Bucket.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 3, Anthony Davis.
And gets both to drop at the line.
There we go. Yes, sir.
It's James controlling the offense. Screen coming. James matched up with Harden. Davis. Beyond the arc for three.
James Harden.
That one won't go. One more to come. 0 for 3 from the line. Wow. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
To the rim. Flushes down the slam.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
It's Russ at the controls. To Harden. Takes stock of the floor. Harden to Westbrook. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Covington knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. And there's the foul. Gonna play this one out even though it seems all but over in a 9-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench.
The first 1,000 fans in our next home game will receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed.
To take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Now here's an intentional foul. So free throws coming up in what is an 8-point ball game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Houston takes over. Goes to the left side. Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper won't fall. from 18 feet. At the buzzer, the Lakers get the victory as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers got the win in a nail-biter. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets finished on the losing end of a close score. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
The chosen one was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.